Okay, we're going to start section 10.5, applying other angle relationships in circles. You didn't think there were enough angle relationships in circles? No, there are more. Starting with theorem 1011. If a tangent and a chord intersect at a point on a circle, the point of tangency, then the measure of each of its angle formed is 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. Okay, if I'm looking at angle 1, the measure of angle 1 is 1/2 the measure of that arc. The measure of angle 2 is 1/2 the measure of that arc. And we know that it's just I have a chord and a tangent and a point of tangency. So remember this, the angle is 1/2 the arc. Let's try some. Line M is tangent to the circle. Find the measure of the red angle or arc. So I said that the angle is 1/2 the arc. Here we have the arc is 130. Oops. So my angle here is 75 degrees. Pretty simple. Ha. Except I can't do math. 65 degrees. Phew. Alright, let's try B. We know that the angle is 1/2 the arc. And here we're given the angle measurement. And we're trying to find the arc. And to solve for that, to get that fraction out of there, we multiply both sides by 2. And our answer is 250 degrees. You try. Find the indicated measure. I couldn't get this out when I put the video or the slideshow together. The answer was already written there, which you just rewind a little bit and you'll see it. The angle is 1/2 the arc. If the arc is 210, the angle is 105. Again, book's typo. I couldn't get it out of there when I was putting the video together. We're trying to find the measure of RST. RST is this arc right here. Angle is 1/2 arc. We don't know the arc, but we do know the angle. To get rid of that 1/2, I multiplied both sides by 2. Let's see, twice 98, 6, 18, 19, 196 is the arc. Which if you rewind, it's written right there. Find the indicated measure. We're trying to find the measure of arc XY, which is right here. So angle is 1/2 arc. And we know that the angle is 80. Multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that fraction. And we have the measure of the angle. Okay, some more vocabulary. Intersecting lines and circles. If two lines intersect a circle, there are 3 places where the lines can intersect. They can intersect on the circle, they can intersect in the circle, or they can intersect outside the circle. Okay, in each one of these instances, there's a theorem associated with it, which we're going to learn. Theorem 1012, angles inside the circle theorem. If 2 chords intersect inside a circle, then the measure of each angle is 1/2 the sum of the measures of the arcs intercepted by the angle and its vertical angle. Yeah, that is a mouthful. So let's look at it. The measure of angle 1, we look right here, the measure of angle 1 is 1/2 the intercepted arcs. Okay, the measure of angle 1 is 1/2 DC plus AB. So I have DC plus AB. The measure of angle 2 is 1/2 BC plus AD. Okay, that's what they mean by vertical angle. So the measure of angle 1, add these together and divide by 2. Measure of angle 2 is add these together and divide by 2. All right, now how about angles outside the circle theorem? Angles outside the circle, you do some actually subtraction. So for here, if I look at the measure of angle 1, it's 1/2 BC minus AC. So the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. Okay, so the measure of angle 1 is BC minus AC divided by 2, or 1/2 times BC minus AC. The measure of angle 2, 1/2 PQR, that should be a Q. PQR minus PR. So the bigger one minus the smaller one, because that'll give you a positive number, times 1/2, or divided by 2. PQR minus PR divided by 2. Measure of angle 3, XY minus WZ divided by 2. Okay, let's practice a few. All right, let's try one. So find the value of x. These are two chords that intersect inside the circle, and they form angles. So it's 1/2 the measure of arc KL plus the measure of arc JM. $156 plus $130. And there's x. Okay, now we have outside the circle. So this one is 1/2. Let's make that a Q. The measure of arc DQA minus the measure of arc DB. So we have 1/2. 178 minus 76. $51 degrees. Example 4. Science, solve a real-world problem. The northern lights are bright flashes of colored light between 50 and 200 miles above the Earth. Suppose a flash occurs 150 miles above the Earth. What is the measure of arc BD, which is the portion of Earth from which the flash is visible? Remember, Earth's radius is approximately 4,000 miles. So we're trying to figure out what this arc measurement is. Okay? So we have segment CA. We have segment, okay, let's think through what we know. Let me erase this arc. Oh, I can't. There we go. Okay, I see a tangent to the Earth and a radius. So we've learned that here we have a right angle, right? We know this amount, we know this amount, we do not know this amount. But do we really need to know that amount? No. We're trying to figure out what this angle is so that we can figure out what this arc is. Okay? So I'm going to draw that triangle here, CDA, with this being our right angle. Here we have 4,000 and 4,150. And I'm trying to find angle C. The measure of angle C erase that. We're still using sine, cosine, and tangent, right? So opposite over hypotenuse is so. So if I have sine of C, opposite over hypotenuse. Sorry, I touched that with my hand. So if I'm trying to find the measurement of angle C, I would do opposite over hypotenuse. Then I do inverse sine. You think that stuff's going to go away after we're done taking a test. It doesn't. Let me get my calculator. I'm doing the inverse sine of 4,000 divided by 4,150. That is 74.5 degrees. Okay, let me move this to the next page. Oh, hold on. Alright, so we just found, oh, sorry about that, put that back. We just found this angle here, which is 74.5. If I want the whole angle, I would just multiply that by 2. So 149 degrees is that whole angle. Okay, so that would be angle BCD, which is 149 degrees. Now we just learned a theorem that said angle BCD is 1/2 the whole Earth, which would be angle, or arc, BED, the measure of arc BED, minus the measure of arc BD. Didn't we just do that? Let me erase all this stuff. Okay, so let's see if we can put some numbers into here. What is the measurement of angle BED? We don't know, but we do know the whole circle is 360 degrees. So BED would be 360 degrees minus x. Okay, 360 degrees minus x. I assigned it a variable. No big deal, right? So BED would be the whole circle, which is 360 degrees, take away BD. Okay, crazy, I know, but watch, it'll all work out. It's a really good trick, which you actually need to know. So 1/2 360 minus x is minus 2x. Get rid of that 1/2 by multiplying both sides by 2. 149 times 2 is 250 minus 2, 300 minus 2. Oh my gosh. 149 times 2 is 300 minus 2, which is 298. 360 minus 2x. Let me get another slide in here. I just copied this over from the previous slide. I'm going to add 2x to both sides because I don't like negative variables. Subtract 298 from both sides. Divide both sides by 2. And if you remember back to the beginning, x was the measure of arc BD. And the measure of the arc from which the flash is visible is about 31 degrees, because that was your Earth. We were trying to find this arc right here. Now it looks like a clown. Awesome. Alright, you try. Find the value of the variable. Okay, the value of the variable. For this one, you're going to have to figure out the measurement of this arc right here, right? Let's see what we learned. We learned that the angle, I'm looking at theorem 1012. Okay, the angle, if we said 1 would, the angle, the vertical angle, this would be 1/2 BC plus AD, but we don't know BC or AD, do we? Okay, but we do know that red dot there. That red dot is 180 minus 102. So the red dot is 78. So we can say 78 degrees is 1/2 y degrees plus 95 degrees. Multiply both sides by 2. 16, 14, 15. Subtract 95 from both sides. Oh, for goodness sakes. 6 minus 5 is 1. 15 minus 9 is 6. And we got it. 61 is y. You try again. Find the value of the variable. We know that the angle is equal to 1/2 the further one away minus the closer one. Multiply both sides by 2. Add 44 to both sides. A equals 104. Does that make sense? It sure does. Right, this you try. We're going to do it together in class. It's a great problem. It has a lot of pieces in it that I'd like to make sure that we all understand. Okay, so we're going to do this one in class, and we're going to find the value of the variable. Daily homework quiz. Number 1, 2, 3, there's one more after this, 4. That looks like fun. Awesome. 2 points extra credit and turn it in tomorrow. Good job.